I wouldn't delve too much into it, but as much as you're doing your body your choice, you're allowed to be chubby, you're allowed to be fat, you're allowed to be thick. Honestly, it's amazing. Yeah. However, keep your health in mind.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blue Bowl Pod, brought to you, of course, by Golden Morn. I'm your host, BB Ray, and well, it's on and popping right here on the Blue Bowl Pod. We are back with more interesting, entertaining, banterful, and hilarious conversation. Now, I'm not alone. Joining me once again is Jaypee. With experience of over 5 years as a nurse, she's more than qualified to give us the lowdown on all things healthy eating. Also joining me today is none other than the noisy pediatrician. Aye. Shaking tables, coming back and burning them. Welcome.
Welcome to you too.
Thank you. Thank you
for having us back.
It's so good to have you guys back here.
You look amazing, I have to say. You look so stunning. What?
Thank you so much.
What? It's the Blue Bowl Podcast, but you are giving green, white, green, and I'm here for it, absolutely.
I am representing the motherland.
Okay.
Yeah, here.
I see that.
I am representing not only Niger, but I'm also representing the fact that the grains in Golden Morn are 100% Niger. So shout outs to all our Nigerian farmers holding it down. Mm-hmm. I'm representing you with green, white, and a little bit of green.
Absolutely amazing. You are giving us everything we didn't realize we needed.
That's right. That's right.
That's
fashion.
The couture.
The couture. Anyway, guys, once again, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
You guys are going to be my co-hosts for today.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready with
Born
my...
ready.
Born ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
With my full chest.
Oh, yeah, now let's go. Your chest is out for real. Anyway, today, right here on the Blue Bowl Pod, we will be talking about Fit Fam.
Yeah.
We talked about it last time. We talked about healthy eating. Mm-hmm. But today we're going to be talking about healthy living. You know, there's a difference between healthy eating and healthy living. Mm-hmm. And it all works together, honestly. Mm-hmm. So super duper excited to start the conversation. Yep. The first thing that I want to ask you guys is, what does healthy living mean to you? What's that with you, Noisy?
Before we proceed, let me just cast Jaypee.
Jaypee doesn't like do me, I do you, because I can't do the last time.
Jaypee doesn't like to exercise though. She pay for gym. She's not.
We don't even say anything about exercise. Why you suddenly casting? We say healthy living.
Wait first now. Let me cast you finish before you protest. So when it comes to healthy living, actually, it encompasses everything. So it's about mental health, it's about physical health, social sanity, it's about everything. So living healthy isn't just about one aspect of one's life, it encompasses everything. And it simply isn't the absence of disease, it's the presence of well-being in every sphere of one's life. So think about that for a second.
Medical definition. That took me back to the school of nursing.
Whoa.
Doctor.
He said it's not the absence of disease.
That's right.
It's the presence of...
That's how you know there's a
complete wellness.
Complete wellness. I love that.
Medical school.
Give it up to you.
You
went to school.
Thank you, Jerry.
Congrats. How about you, Jaypee? What does...
I thought you said absence of... What does what is remaining? But really, though, he said, healthy living is not just about eating healthy. It's not just about exercising. It's about ensuring that every aspect of your life is healthy. From the little things, from hygiene, from the right kind of things to put on your body, to put in your body. Mm-hmm. Hand washing, in fact. Your relationship with colleagues, with family, everything, like he said, mental health, making sure that you're laughing, that you're not wallowing in, the problems that this country is putting us in. Honestly, healthy living is everything encompassed together, everything.
Absolutely. I honestly couldn't agree with the two of you more. Recently, a study was actually conducted. It was a 50 or plus more year study carried out over a couple hundred people to see what would it take to live a happy, healthy life. And the study found that a lot of that was attributed to relationships, friendships, and also I guess that means stress management, interpersonal relationships, connections. And apparently that is what helps us as human beings, because when you think about it, us as human beings, we're very social creatures.
Yeah.
So relationships are very important. Mental health, very, very important when it comes to healthy living as a whole. So I couldn't agree with you guys
Except
more.
the relationships where they are serving breakfast. The kind of breakfast we don't want to
Every
eat.
morning,
I mean, you know what? We're gonna talk about
it's a balance.
that.
It's the balance.
You say we should eat balanced diet. That's a balance.
That's the balance.
It's a sprinkle of it.
Yeah, we'll definitely be touching on chopping breakfast a little bit later on Blue Bowl Pod. But of course, we're talking now about nutrition. We spoke about it previously, the importance of eating and maintaining a balanced diet. But now I want to ask you, when it it comes to healthy living, what role do you feel nutrition plays in that?
Jaypee, you want to go first?
You have said the president. Doctor. Carry on.
Okay, so let me get a question. So the precedent that healthy eating actually sets for
the rest of your life.
Yes, okay,
absolutely.
So well, let me start from before a child is actually born. Okay, because. And unfortunately, a lot of the responsibilities on young women growing out there. So young women, I'm looking at you and talking to you because this is very important.
Young woman, they're talking.
It's very important that you actually pay attention to your nutrition, because your nutrition in a woman of childbearing age is very important on your unborn baby and the health of the baby that is yet to come. And so if you set yourself up by eating poorly, it means that even the baby in the womb actually gets less nutrition than it should. And so organs are smaller than they should be, and so it sets them up for diseases like diabetes and hypertension even later in life. That's just an example of how important nutrition is. And so if you think about how people go about their daily duties, go about and are exposed to all sorts of germs and all sorts of stresses, if you don't have the right type of nutrition, you'll be vulnerable to illnesses, you'll be vulnerable to stress, you'll be vulnerable to all sorts of diseases associated with poor nutrition. And poor nutrition isn't always not eating enough. Sometimes poor nutrition is overeating, especially eating the wrong things.
Absolutely.
Nutrition that is poor can be undernutrition or overnutrition, and I hope we don't fall into either of those categories.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Jaypee, I do want to ask you, what do you feel that are some of the obstacles when it comes to maintaining a nutritious diet?
For some, I would like to say that it's the lack of the knowledge that they need. In that we have a lot of misconceptions, a lot of myths. So I feel like if people had the knowledge that they need, they would know to do the right thing. So I feel like that is one of the major problems, because many people would like to say that it's finances, but I think that is because they don't know the affordable ways to be able to live nutritiously or eat nutritiously that affects them. So yes, majorly I think is lack of information. Then for so many people is lifestyle influences. I like to think that people that you're around, hold a major level of influence over the things that you do. If you stay in a house where you're the only person who is eating healthily, that becomes a problem, because we said in the last episode, something about you don't keep unhealthy things in your refrigerator. If you're eating healthy, but everybody else in the house is keeping ice cream and chocolates and cookies, it becomes a problem.
Absolutely.
So one thing you said about relationship, those around you would also matter. This is one of the obstacles. If they're doing the right thing, it helps to, influence what you also do.
Absolutely.
You're eating your salad and they're having, huge, wraps of stuff, and then as they're passing you, they're like, meh.
And it happens. Let's be honest. This is definitely the reality for a lot of people who are in households, possibly even have housemates, because some people maybe don't live with their family and others don't really eat healthy and they're around them, and it can be a little bit discouraging. But stay the course, and you do that by planning, because that helps you kind of mitigate just stress eating, last minute eating, unplanned eating. That can also be quite unhealthy for you. Now, guys, it's that time. It's time for the Blue Bowl picks. Yes. I have got a bowl full of questions right here in my hand. I'm going to give it to Jaypee this time. Jaypee's going to pick out a question, and all you need to do is head on over to our social media. Make sure you comment the correct answer to be in with a chance to win some amazing goodies, courtesy of Golden Morn, of course. Jaypee, are you ready?
Shuffle it.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Okay, let's do this. This is easy, because I'm not the one answering. It says, name the various pack sizes of Golden Morn. Name the various pack sizes of Golden Morn. See why I said it's easy. So yes, there you have it. Question of the day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, there you've heard the question. If you can correctly name the various pack sizes of Golden Morn, you'll be in with a chance to win some incredible goodies. And I know you like freebies. So once again, head on over to the social media, check it out, and also comment the correct answer in the latest post. And yeah, you might just win some goodies. Who don't like goodies? I like goodies.
Nobody.
Yeah. Now, as we all know, a very important part of healthy living is moving your body. It's more than just what you put into your body, but it's how you move it and also how frequently you move your body too. Jaypee, I'm looking at you.
What have I done?
Because of the revelation that you gave us behind the scenes. Now, Jaypee, I'll cast your matter. Jaypee
Women supporting women.
In the mud. Jaypee told us that she does not like to go to the gym. She can, do diets from here to kingdom come. She chews on cabbage. But when it comes to the gym, she just doesn't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't ever trust your secrets in the hands of anybody. No human can be trusted. See what I said in confidence. The whole Africa has heard it. True, honestly, like exercise, I just feel like it's not work. It's not my thing. However, though, there are many in an attempt to defend myself. I'd like to say that there are like many other ways that you can keep fit. I was just reading something now, and even taking walks is would do a lot, honestly, strolling in your estate, down your street, something like that. And I mean, and another of my excuses for this exercising, I'm a nurse. Hospital has staircase, up and down, up and How many more exercise do I want to exercise? No, talk to me. Tell me.
Do you count your steps?
Anyway,
Jaypee has left the chat.
I've left it and deleted. But yeah, honestly, taking walks, honestly, is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Taking walks, steps and all of that. But Bibi has she has motivated me. So on Monday
we go.
So please, if you are like me, let's build a community.
Yes.
Let's motivate each other.
New gym goers. I think some of the obstacles when it comes to working out, moving your body, I feel the biggest obstacle is the mind. Once you can overpower whatever it is that's telling you, I don't want to go out, I don't want to walk, I don't want to jog, I don't want to go to the gym. Once you can overcome it, you get there, and honestly, you always feel better after. So what are some of the ways that you can overcome these obstacles that we kind of create by ourselves?
Well, I mean, that's a really tough one because
so that I can overcome it.
So at least we're doing one of those things,
Yes.
So educating people about how important it is to get your body moving. A lot of people will say that, look, I leave the house at 5:30. I don't get back until like 10 p.m. When exactly, BB, because it's BB that is telling you this one, when exactly, BB, do you want me to actually, exercise? But as Jaypee has said, it doesn't need to be anything elaborate.
Right.
It can just be a 30-minute stroll, make time out. I'm sure if you are, leaving the house at, 4 a.m. and coming back at 10 p.m., please tell your employer that you need a gym in your office.
Absolutely.
Yeah, or
Nigerian employers, can you hear this?
So the idea is that, if they are making you work that hard, then they should be investing in your wellness as well.
Nigerian employers, did you hear that line?
You see?
Louder for the people at the back.
Yes, the investment in one's health is actually very important. And so a brisk walk, and if you don't have that opportunity, then just have a set of lightweight dumbbells at home. Doesn't have to be anything really heavy, 6 kg, and just, do 30 minutes of that and you're good to go. There are great home workouts you can find on YouTube, actually. Yeah. And I do some of those when I can't, get to the gym. And I get a bit of a burn, and it's just as helpful as, going to the actual gym.
I honestly could not agree with you more. When it comes to physical activity, incorporating exercise, I think it's extremely important to be intentional about dedicating time to exercise. Yeah. Yes, I know the country is tough. Everybody's going out hustling, probably leaving the house at 5 o'clock, not back until 10 o'clock. But you know what? I've realized something, that even in your office, even in your place of work, you can go the extra mile to try and incorporate that little bit of more exercise. For example, taking the stairs, not taking the
Instead
elevator.
of the elevator.
Absolutely. Instead of sitting at your desk, also for your posture, stand. Stand for a while. Move from side to side. I find as long as you're moving your body, at least you're doing something.
You're doing something.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, I also think joining communities with people that have similar health goals, similar interests.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this whole, exercise is gruesome, exercise is tough, or go to the gym. It can be fun. You can join a tennis club, you can go running, you can go cycling. Incorporate the family, find ways to make it fun. Because honestly, if you don't take care of your body, what's going to take care of you?
Yep.
You know?
I mean, I couldn't afford it better myself.
I'm winning points. The noisy pediatrician. Yes, I love to see it. All right, guys. So I do want to ask you about sleep. Now, this is something that you just mentioned with the whole going to bed at 10, well, not even going to bed, getting home at 10 and having to wake up at 4 o'clock. Because you know what? That's actually my reality some of the time. And I know that you guys are also super busy because to get your daily 2K is not easy. You must be on the road.
It's not funny.
So let's talk a little bit about the importance of sleep, because that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about as much as they should. And there's this new culture of grind, aspire to perspire, grind. If you sleep, Jimasu.
Your mates are working, you are sleeping.
Is that a healthy mindset?
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the weak. I'll sleep when I'm 6 feet under. Is that a healthy mindset? Is it, because at the end of the day, what is that doing? It's promoting entrepreneurialism. It's promoting going and getting your bag, which is good, but is it healthy? We'll start with you, Jaypee.
My dear sleepo. This life is hard. And sleep is an escape. That's what I have to say to you. Sleep. But for real though, no, sleeping is very important. I feel like everything that is, when it comes to health, is important. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be in the laid down rules, quote unquote, of healthy living. If you say drink a lot of water, it's because it's important. If you say get 8 hours of sleep, it's because it's important. Your body needs to rest. I feel like people don't realize that your body is all you've got, and your body is all that has got you. Absolutely. Whatever happens, if you fall sick, if you're good, whatever is going on, your body is the only thing that is there for you. I don't know how else to put that, but I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
So honestly, we do need to rest, because even when people talk about getting headaches, getting tension headaches, getting migraines, I have to ask, are you sleeping? What's your screen time like? Because everybody wants to start to throw back paracetamol and throw back Panadol and throw back this and throw back that. And I'm like, are you just sleep? In fact, if you don't want to sleep, rest your eyes. Just lay down, close your eyes, go to some faraway land, travel away from this Nigeria, for example. Go to Canada in your mind. But honestly, getting some rest is very important. Some people find it difficult to sleep, and that's okay. Some people talk about insomnia. I'm like, there are a lot of things that you can do to help your late night routine. You can drink warm milk, you can drink warm water, you can just lay down and just relax. You can listen to, good music, slow music, the sounds of the oceans and, all of that. Talk to somebody until you sleep, read a book until you, especially if you don't like reading, if you read a book, it will lull you to sleep. It would lull you to sleep. Yep. So yeah, things like that. No, sleeping, honestly, people have no idea the magic that sleep can do for you. When you wake up feeling refreshed.
Yep.
Take a warm shower, you'll be ready to start the day.
Yes.
Honestly, we do need to, don't grind. Nigeria is already grinding us as it is sleep.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Sleep is super duper important. A lot of people don't know that you need on average 8 hours of sleep for whatever your health goals are. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to put on weight, because everybody has different objectives and whatnot, you need what they call REM sleep. So REM sleep stands for rapid eye movement. It's when you get after, I think it's 5 hours of sleep or so, and it's pretty much what allows the neurons in your brain to refresh, rejuvenate, regenerate, and it allows you to wake up feeling better, and also you're doing something for your actual system. You're healing yourself, because sleep is when the body actually repairs itself. So what about you? What do you think the importance of sleep is?
Research has shown that actually if you are sleep deprived for a long time, you actually are more at risk of developing hypertension and certain other metabolic problems. As Jaypee has said, really I tell people that the only thing you really own in this world is your body.
Right.
You can lose absolutely everything else, your house, your cars, the only thing that belongs to you
It's your body.
is your body. And so if you don't take care of that, who will? And so if you are depriving yourself of sleep, overthinking no fit solve problem. Overthinking. So try to get that sleep. I understand that there are a lot of pressures on one, to do certain things. But at the end of the day, the energy and the balance to do those things that you feel you cannot put off comes from getting adequate sleep. Without adequate sleep, your immune system is down, your cortisol levels are up, you have a tendency to gain more weight, and you are less motivated to do the things that actually matter. So my recommendation to you today, my admonition to you today is for you to sleep. That 8 hours, I don't know about it because me, I try. I try really hard to sleep for 8 hours, but I never get it. I'm those people that actually my sleep begins to become sweet around 4 a.m. But my alarm goes up at 5 a.m. And I'm like, Holy Ghost, why are you waking me up?
Oh, my shell. Oh, my shell. So, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. Honestly, that sweet spot is that 5 o'clock.
Yes.
That 4:30, from 4:30 to 7. Ooh, it sweets me die.
Yeah.
So we've spoken about diet. We've spoken about physical activity, moving your body, and we've also spoken about sleep. Now, we touched on this earlier, but we need to delve into it a little bit more. And that is, of course, the importance of interpersonal relationships and connections when it comes to healthy living as a whole. So what role do you feel, Jaypee, that, friends, family, relationships, and this can also be with colleagues at work, fellow students, your boss. What role do you feel that plays in you as a human as regards to your life and how you live?
So I'm going to leave all the medical terms for him. I'm going to talk about it. Personally, I'm a very sensitive person. Yes. And I have realized that if I'm not at peace with anybody who matters, a person I'm working with, a manager, a person I have a deal with at that moment, I would not be able to sleep. I used to think that was an exaggeration, a myth, but recently I had this issue and I would stay up all night, and by 5 a.m. I'm texting my friend and I'm like, I don't like what's going on with this person. And I was staying awake for days on end until we could actually talk this thing out. I'm somebody who is very keen on love, on joy and happiness. And it makes everything a little bit more easier. At work, they like me because once I come to work, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. So even when the shift gets tough, I know how to just use jokes and laughter to just
lighten up the mood.
And then it also helps me determine those that I want to work with when I'm on duty. There's some people that, even before the work gets tough like this, they're just strong in their face. So you don't have anybody you want to go around to and say, and just joke. They're just strong in their face. So everybody's face is strong. Your boss will now come and say, why is that patient not this? But when you're just, if you're laughing, if everything is happening, once my boss just finished shouting, we'll just look at ourselves. Giggle one small giggle beside us. And it just makes everything just, go on more easily. There are medical terms for this about how he releases this hormone and that hormone. He will tell you. I don't speak too many medical jargons. But honestly, I feel like interpersonal relationships really do matter because it puts you at ease. It puts you at peace. You're not constantly worried. And there's this thing that happens that people don't realize that they are thinking. People think a lot subconsciously. You don't realize that you're worrying about something until...
Why are you calling me out? Why are you
until something comes up and you realize, damn, I
feel
was
so seen.
Worrying about that thing. And sometimes and then before you know, your blood pressure is rising, everything is, you're running, if you're getting a fever, you're not okay, you don't feel motivated to work, you have this sort of, I wouldn't say depression, but your will and everything is just dull, and there's this sad aura about you. People don't know that these things happen, but I've monitored these things a lot, and it does happen. There's something that the aura in a house would do to you. There's somehow that, it just matters. Energy. So and then another thing is people need to also have social lives, get out. People really do need to do that. I mean, and I don't know how much importance we give to that in Nigeria, but I know that abroad they do that. I was having this interview with a foreign company one day, and they asked me, what do you do for fun? They're like, no, this is a serious question. What do you like to do? So I told them I like to bowl. I'm like, okay, that's very important because we don't want a person who works for us who can have a fun life, because after the stress of work, you need to go out, you need to have fun, you need to be happy. And that's important in Nigeria. Don't go to work, come back, sleep, wake up tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., traffic, come back, sleep. And then you're doing that and you're doing that. And no, because being indoors is not, it just dulls your spirit. Just get out. You don't have to do anything too hectic.
Right.
Just go to an arcade, go get an... We want to eat healthy, but get ice cream. Okay, let me switch. Get popsicles. Popsicles are fruits. So, people just need to... It really helps. It's very important.
Connecting with people.
Because mental health is very much connected to physical health. Absolutely. That's another thing people don't realize, but they're intertwined. So if you need to have good mental health to have great physical health.
And interpersonal relationships are an extremely important and integral part of sustaining and keeping a good mental health system.
Very much so.
Share a bowl of Golden Morn with your loved ones. Share a bowl of Golden Morn with your husband, your wife, your friends, your family. Even that be a boss that's giving you a little bit of trouble in the office. Just be like, hey, boss, you want breakfast? I won't serve you breakfast, but I'll serve you Golden Morn. The vibes.
That breakfast is so...
Very, very important. So at the end of the day, since I should talk about hormone, I'll talk about hormone. There is a hormone called oxytocin. Now, oxytocin is called the love hormone. And what happens when we get hugs from people that mean something to us is that level of oxytocin in our blood goes up and it makes us feel better about ourselves.
So what happens when you get a hug from somebody that doesn't mean anything? I'm asking for myself.
It will be choking you. It will be choking you in your kidney. so you get this, and then your blood pressure drops, and then you just have a general sense of well-being. And this is the social aspect of healthy living that we talk about. Because if you, of course, look at the WHO definition of health, the social aspect of things comes in. And this is where a social circle where you can talk things in a vulnerable, open way to help you solve problems, to give you that idea of self-esteem and worth. That is your social circle. But, and I think, one of the reasons why women live longer than men is that men drink their problems away. Let me not say drink their problems away. But men have a tendency to not talk about their problems, have a tendency to bottle their problems up. Yes. But women, I kind of feel like, one of the reasons, that's not the only reason, but one of the reasons why they actually live longer than men is the idea that they are willing to share their problems, and so they don't bottle them up, and then it makes their blood pressure come down now.
Yes.
But women is part of their problem, so they don't know how to discuss it with.
Absolutely. You know what they say? A problem shared is a problem halved, right?
Very
I
true.
think you can't really talk about the importance of interpersonal relationships in mental health and overall health without also talking about the online community. Now, let's be honest.
Shout out to you guys.
Period.
Shout out to the online community.
Period.
Yeah, who do memes. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the comedy videos.
Honestly, it's so important because let's not lie. We have the people that we see on a day-to-day, colleagues, family, friends, so on and so forth. But they're the people that we don't get to meet.
Ever.
That we develop interesting relationships with.
Yes.
And also, even the people that we don't have relationships with that form opinions, and because of the nature of, just how we are in this day and age, we get to see everything.
Yes.
Now, a big conversation happening online is that of body positivity. Now, here we're talking about healthy living.
Yes.
We've spoken about the importance of working out, moving your body and whatnot. But, on the flip side of that, are the people that would advocate for healthy living. So the people that say, my body, my choice, right? My body, I get to choose how I look, if I exercise, if I don't. So how do we kind of thread that line? Do we thread that line?
That one. The easiest thing that I do for everybody, if I meet you, I just like to tell people that, hypertension and diabetes they are both very much real. That's, honestly, people don't understand. I wouldn't delve too much into it, but as much as you're doing your body, your choice, you're allowed to be chubby, you're allowed to be fat, you're allowed to be thick. Honestly, it's amazing. Yeah. However, keep your health in mind because, when people who are a little bit more on the big side are more risk, are more likely at risk of these conditions. And then when people become bedridden, it's way more difficult. I say this from experience, from having slim patients who are bedridden and a little bit on the big side patients who are bedridden. If you have accidents, developing bed sores, pressure sores, all of that matters. So even if you're on the big side, be fit, be healthy, be able to lift yourself, be able to move, because all of these things matter for muscle and, all of that is very important. So your body, but your choice, but stay healthy, stay fit.
Stay healthy. How about yourself? What are your sentiments?
So I'm really a huge advocate for, the mental health of everyone. And there is a group of people who will bully other people simply for the way they actually appear.
Yeah.
So somebody actually saying really hurtful, things to people simply because of the way they look, that is definitely something that no one should condone. Now, for people who have the idea of body positivity, it's like they're fighting back at people who are bullying them for how they appear.
Absolutely.
Yes. But a lot of these people, they actually do know that, and a lot of them know that, look, what the research is very, very clear about the risks that they stand for being, of a certain sort of weight or size for their height or for their, age. And a lot of them are actually actively working towards, achieving a healthy weight. But in that journey, while you are trying to achieve, a healthier weight, enjoy the body that you are in.
Right.
Don't let anybody make you feel like, I have one pack, I'm still surviving. Excuse me.
One pack is all you need. One pack is all you need.
People didn't say this since there is
one pack.
So try to enjoy the body that you have. If your goal is to actually lose the weight, then hit on that goal. But don't let anybody make you feel less beautiful than you are. because you have an extra few pounds. Excuse me.
Absolutely. Health is wealth. Do not let anybody, literally your sentiments exactly, do not let anybody ever make you feel uncomfortable, because the body that you're in is your body. Guess what? You can't really run away from it.
Last.
So you might as well just start loving it. And sometimes, these things are easier said than done.
Right.
All of us, we have different things that we wish that maybe we could change or, so on and so forth. But as long as you actually realize that, it's my body, as long as you're staying healthy, you're eating right, and you're trying to move your body, that's really all that matters. Nobody should ever feel the need to try and bring somebody else down based on their appearance and whatnot. Definitely not the way to go. Anyway, make sure you get involved in the conversation online. Let us know what you think about this particular topic as regards to body positivity. Is it my body, my choice? Or are you saying go ahead and join Fit Fam? Anyway, I believe that brings this amazing episode of the Blue Bowl Pod to a close.
This keeps happening. I'm
just so sad.
How does it keep ending?
I'm so sad to see you guys go, but thank you for joining me. The Noisy Pediatrician and, of course, Jaypee. You guys have been absolutely incredible. We spoke about healthy eating and we spoke about healthy living. And I feel like I'm definitely equipped to go ahead and live my healthiest life.
Yeah.
I will see you at the gym.
Amen.
Or not. We'll see. Anyway, with that being said, signing out for today, I am BB Ray. Remember to stay golden. See you next time. Bye.
Hey, Charles.
It's so hot, Auntie. You'll get used to it.
Yay!
What's the big deal? It's just a cereal.
Just a cereal? You are talking about something that has helped thousands of Niger farmers provide for their families for decades. This cereal, we have enjoyed it for so long. It's part of our history.
Is that you?
And it's packed with the energy and nutrition that I know my family needs every day. That's why Golden Morn is so special to us. You get it?
Keep enjoying Nigeria's favorite breakfast cereal fortified with Grain Smart, a special combination of iron and vitamins to help your family make every day golden.
I get it now.
Nestle. Good food, good life.